Hello everyone, this is Brian with BSN Tech Networks. Today I'm going to show you a quick video tutorial on how you can add and update some of the pages on your website. Now the websites that BSN Tech Networks builds, we ensure that you can update your own content after we build the site for you, so that way it does alleviate some additional maintenance costs. Of course, if you do need assistance or website maintenance, BSN Tech Networks does provide that service at very affordable rates. So if you do prefer that we update your site, we can certainly do that. First of all, you should have received a username and a password from us in order to log in to the administrative portal of your website. If you have not received that, make sure to reach out to us and we can provide that username and password to you. So of course you will go to the administrative portal of your site and then go ahead and log in. Now once you log in, you are greeted with many options here. Now for the purpose of this video tutorial, we're simply just going to show you how to do the content editing. So all of your pages are under this content menu. So hover over content and then you see article manager and then click on article manager. In here you can then see that we have many different pages on our site. This is just a test site that we use, so we use it for video tutorials. Now for instance, if I want to go ahead and update one of the pages that are already live and active on the site, then I will just simply click on that specific page. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and click on this one that says request received. And then this little window comes up. You can see there's all kinds of options up here. It's almost like you are working in a Word document. You have bold, italics, underline. You can change the font, the size of the text, different styles, whether you want it left aligned, right aligned, justified, all of this stuff. You can even highlight, enter some smiley. You can even make a table if you would like. So if you want to have a table or a grid layout, then you can do that. So this is generally where you can then create and update your content on your page. So it's very simple in here. You just click wherever you want and say I am adding some content. Okay, so if I want to go ahead and change this up a little bit, so you can just highlight it and say I want to make this a bulletized list. I can just click the bulletized list. Alright, so there is now a bullet in front. I want to remove it, so I can remove it. I want to change the font, so I want to change it to Comic Sans. Okay, so the font has been changed. Maybe I'll increase the font size, 24 point. Alright, so that's done. It's very much like you're using a Word document or something like that, and it's simple to do. Changing the text color, I can choose a palette of colors here and hit that, and then you can see it change the color. Now if I want to add a link, make sure you highlight the area that you want to be a link and then click this add link button right here. Then it pops up and asks you information. So the URL is the website address that you want that link to go to. So I'm going to just change it and make it http://www.bsntech.com. Okay. Now you do have some other features down here. If you want this to open in a new window, so if somebody clicks on it, you want it to open in a new window instead of just taking it off of your page, choose this and change open a new window. And then you just hit insert. Okay, so now there is now an underline under it, which indicates that it is a text link. Now depending upon what your site looks like, it may not even have this underline under it. Some sites prefer to not have an underline under links, so it may not show up. So I'd like to go ahead and now remove this link. Again, what you'll do is you'll highlight the exact area of that link, and you can see up here how that's automatically selected. If I click this, it will delete the link. So I'm going to click it, and now the link is gone. How do we add images? Alright, so let's add an image. Down at the bottom here it says image. Click on image, and then you get this little window that allows you to choose an image. If you have not previously moved the picture or the image over to your web server that you want to use, click the browse button, and then you can go through and choose what you'd like. So I'd like to insert this deer picture, so I would just hit open, and then I would hit start upload. Now I'm not gonna do it here, but when you do the start upload, it will then upload this picture to the web hosting server, and then it will show it up here. So I want to just insert this key picture, so I'm going to click on there and then hit insert, and there it is. So So there's the key. Now whenever you are inserting an image, it's very important that you actually put the blinking cursor where you want the image to be. Now I had the blinking cursor right here, and that's where the image was put in. If I put it over here in front of the eye, click on image, and then do the key again and go insert, now it's in front of the eye. So I want to delete these. All you have to do is just click on it once and then hit the delete key on your keyboard and it's gone. Again, click on it once and then hit the delete key on your keyboard and then it's done. So in general, that is how you will update existing pages that you already have. Now, make sure that when you are done with the page that you either hit apply or save. If you're not fully done with the page, you can just hit apply and then it will return you back to the same site. Otherwise, if you are fully done with all the changes that you want to make here, click save and then it will take you back to the previous listing of all of your content. But I don't want to change this, again, since this is just for the tutorial purpose, so I'm just going to hit close. So how do you actually add new pages? Well, it's fairly straightforward. You just come up here and click new. And then you can enter the title of the page. This title is what will appear up here when somebody goes to your page. So I'm just going to say test page. And then the section. On the websites that we create, if you have a blog or any other features, we may set up extra sections or categories for you. Now, for instance, on our site, the default is uncategorized, but you still need to select it. So the default is just uncategorized, but we did actually create another one for this test site called Knowledge Base. And then under Knowledge Base, it has several categories. So if you have a blog site, we may create this so that you can choose which blog that you want this page to be under. And under categories, we have email, templates, process, documentation, amongst some other ones there. So I'm just going to choose uncategorized. Now you see this published here? The moment that you hit apply or save, this will publish this page, since yes is automatically selected by default. If you choose no, then it will not publish the page, and it will allow you to, of course, come back and make other changes as you see fit. So I'm just going to type in some text here, or some text. Okay, so test page, and then I'm going to save it. Alright, now just because you actually have this new page does not necessarily mean that it's going to appear on your site unless this is going to be a blog entry. With blog entries, they typically will be automatic on the site and they will automatically appear. But in this case, I don't have a blog on this website, so I need to actually go and create a link to it on a menu. Menus are set up. On this page here, I have the menu disabled, but let me go ahead and enable it here. Menu is under Module Manager, and then see I have it it's not enabled, so I will click that, and now it's enabled. If I come back and refresh the page, alright, so there's my main menu. You can see those main menu items there. Now, to actually add a link to the menu, hover over menus and then choose the menu that you want. In some cases, we do create websites that have several different menus. There may be one across the top, there may be one on the left-hand side, things like that. So the main menu is the one that is right here. It says main menu. So I just hovered over menus and then clicked main menu. And these are the items that are in the menu currently. So if I wanted to remove one, so this test store here, I do not want it anymore. There's two ways to do that. I can either unpublish it if I think that I'm going to use it in the future, or I can just click the checkbox and then go up and hit trash, and then it's gone for good. So I'm just going to unpublish it at this point so I can show you what it looks like. Now if I come back and refresh, watch this test store down here, it's going to go away. And there it is. The test store is now gone. I'm going to go ahead and re-enable that. So now it's re-enabled on the site. Now I want to go ahead and add that page I just created. So click on New. And then there's several different options here depending upon what we have installed on your website. So for this, it's an article. So click on Articles and then choose Article Layout. The title is what will appear as the title for the link which will go to the site. So I'm just going to call it a test link. So there it is, and then I have to come over here and select the article. So I do that and then click test page, which was the newest one I just made, and hit save. Okay, if we go back and refresh now, there it is. There's test link. Now if we click on it, it brings us to that test page that we just created, and that was the content that I created for that page. Now, some websites that we create have hover over effects or links that actually will appear if you hover over a link. Now on this site, it's basic. We don't have hover over effects. But in the instance where you have a main navigation bar across the top and you have like home, and then I wanted to add a link that will only appear if somebody hovers over home, I would go into the menu, and then for instance in this case I will choose this test link, which I've already created, and then it says parent item. Now if you choose top, it's going to appear where it currently does, which is, you know, the top level right here. But if I want it to appear under the home and only show up if somebody hovers over it, then I would click on home and then hit save. Now again, in this case we do not have hover over effects with website, and you can see now that that page is gone. I can't find it. But in this case now it's indented under home. If I click something else though, then it's gone. But if I click on home, now it appears. So it will only show up if somebody either hovers over the menu or they actually click on it. So that's what they call a nested link in a menu item. So in general, that is how you will create and update content on your website that BSN Tech Networks has created for you. And also there was a little tidbit there on how you can update and add menu items as well. If you do have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to us at our website at bsntech.com, and we will be happy to provide more assistance. This is Brian with BSN Tech Networks, and thank you for watching.